I know this truck. I ain't no stranger. I know that truck. That's
one of the most recognizable trucks from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, the Ford Ranger. The Ford Ranger has worn a lot of hats over the years, from compact work truck to global off-road machine to hot rods. But behind the familiar badge are some surprising facts, forgotten connections, and a few ugly truths most people never hear about. Here are 13 reasons why the Ford Ranger is more interesting than you think. Number 1. Before the Ranger became its own standalone pickup, Ford had already used the name on F-Series trim packages. That means the badge had truck roots long before the first Ranger rolled off the assembly line. It was a smart way to give a new compact pickup a familiar and rugged-sounding identity. Number 2. The original Ranger arrived in the early 1980s when smaller pickups were gaining popularity in the US. Ford needed something to compete with trucks like the Chevrolet S10, Toyota pickup, and Nissan hardbody. The Ranger was designed to be practical, affordable, and easy to live with. Number 3. Before the Ranger, Ford sold the Courier, which was actually based on a Mazda platform. The Ranger was Ford's chance to finally put its own name on a compact truck built for the American market. That move helped Ford build a stronger identity in the small truck segment.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us. If you're having fun, learning something new, or just love quirky deep dives into cars, hit that like button. It tells the algorithm, hey, this was awesome. Tap subscribe to join our growing crew of curious minds. And don't forget the bell. It's your backstage pass to every new episode. Seriously, these clicks help way more than you'd think. So thank you for watching, for supporting, and for being part of the adventure.
Number 4. For years, the Ranger was one of the best-selling compact pickups in America. In fact, it dominated the segment for a long stretch, proving that small trucks could be just as important to buyers as bigger full-size models like the F-150. It was tough, cheap to run, and had broad appeal. Number 5. The Ranger shared a deep mechanical connection with the Mazda B-Series truck. The two were built on the same basic platform for years, which meant a lot of parts and engineering overlap. That partnership helped keep development costs down, but it also meant the Ranger had a family resemblance to a truck many buyers never realized was basically its cousin. Number 6. Ford stopped making the Ranger for the US and Canada after the 2011 model year. Many fans assumed it was gone for good, especially as Ford pushed the Escape, Explorer, and F-150 harder in the market. But the name never disappeared globally, and Ford eventually brought it back to North America. Number 7. Ford kept building Rangers in other markets while North America went without one. The Global Ranger became one of Ford's most important trucks worldwide, especially because in many markets, mid-size pickups make more sense than full-size ones. Number 8. The modern Ranger is much bigger than the old one. Today's Ranger is not the tiny compact truck many people remember from the 1980s and 1990s. It's wider, heavier, more powerful, and much more upscale than early versions. It now competes more directly with trucks like the Toyota Tacoma, Chevrolet Colorado, GMC Canyon, and Nissan Frontier. Number 9. One thing reviewers and owners sometimes point out is that the Ranger's ride can feel firm, especially on uneven pavement. That's not always a deal breaker for truck buyers, but it is something worth knowing if you want a daily driver. Compared with some rivals, the Ranger can feel more truck-like than plush. Number 10. The new Ranger has a fun trim level. The new Ranger Raptor took the truck from practical to aggressive. With upgraded suspension, off-road tuning, and a more performance-focused personality, it brought the Ranger into the same conversation as other off-road machines like the Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro and Chevrolet Colorado ZR2. It's one of the most exciting Rangers Ford has ever built. Number 11. The new Ranger shares ideas with the new Bronco. The modern Ranger and Bronco are closely linked in Ford's current truck and SUV strategy. They share some engineering philosophy and, depending on the market and generation, a lot of component overlap. That connection matters because it means Ranger buyers benefit from development that also helps support one of Ford's most popular off-road SUVs. Number 12. The Ranger had a long run in the middle of the market. Unlike some trucks that jump between luxury and workhorse identities, the Ranger spent years as a simple, honest mid-size pickup. It was aimed at buyers who wanted something more useful than an SUV, but less bulky than a full-size truck. That middle ground identity was one of its biggest strengths. And number 13. The Ranger has never been the flashiest truck in the showroom, and that's part of the story. Some generations were praised for value and durability, while others felt dated compared with newer competitors. But its long-term reputation for being dependable, practical, and easy to own is exactly why people keep coming back to it. So those were 13 Ford Ranger facts you probably didn't know. Which one surprised you the most? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss the next upload. See you in the next one.
Huge thanks for watching all the way to the end and making it here. Now that you're in the comments, here's the mission. Drop your best idea for our next video below. If we pick your suggestion, we'll give you a shout out when it goes live. If you loved this video, you know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into the automotive world, and ring the bell so you don't miss a thing. But most importantly,
be kind to each other.
See you in the next video.